You want to speak on it? Okay, I respect that. I respect that. We'll take Lil Jamie. We're just talking in mental health, trauma space, any relationship stuff you want to talk about, feel free.
So I would say most of my mental health trauma experiences came from me trying to be somebody that I wasn't, trying to fit in. How many of y'all can imagine having a police officer as a father? Do any of y'all in here smoke? Or did y'all ever smoke before? Did y'all ever want to hang out late and do stuff with y'all friends late at night that y'all knew that y'all couldn't do because your father was the police? So for me, right, I wanted to get high. And man was a detective. Like a canine nose. And I done put all this oil, I done sprayed Febreze, blunt spray, y'all know about all that.
Okay, we got one hand up, two hand up. So we problem with the father. All right, okay, all right. And how does that affect you all? The man that ate all the pizza is talking. You can talk this pizza. How does this affect you?
I don't even care.
You don't care?
I didn't do it.
He what?
Yeah.
Okay. So you felt like that all the time, or is it just now?
Yeah, all the time.
So even when you were younger, you feel the same way back then you feel now?
I mean, I just kind of see why he's doing it. I was younger at the time. But younger, but I got older, still doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm. How do you deal with it?
So I'm 50. I ain't 15. What's geeking? So I understand what you're talking about. I mean, I know what you're talking about. I'm gonna hate this thing.
Like, what do you mean?
What you mean by when you say geeking?
Going on the motherfucker. He always, like, being, like, hype on up something.
Like leaning on me too much?
Yeah.
I was geeking on him too. You don't think that's out of love, or you think that he just being bad? What's your thought?
Yeah.
Y'all know better. So I'm saying, was he? You ain't taking it as love, obviously. It's like he doing too much.
I take some of it as love, but I can tell when he just doing it just to do it. Like, what are you saying? I didn't even do it. Like, what are you just, like, what are you yelling for?
He just bust out on it.
Man, I can't do it.
Give me one example though. What did you do that made him launch out on it?
Well, half of the time, I don't even really do nothing.
In your brain, you're not doing it.
It'll be like the little things. Like
Give me one example. Give me an example.
That shit, I come to the house. He'd be mad at me for something I didn't do to the end. Why are you yelling?
Give me an example. What did he say you did? I feel like you know, but you beat around the bush.
Like,
Is it we talking about cleaning your room or like?
It would be the dishes that my sister can do while she's in the house and I'm not. Like, why are you doing it?
So did he ask you to do it?
No, he just said somebody he told us get the dishes done. I already have to step off.
In your world, he ain't gonna say shit. He probably like, all right, fuck it, he don't want it.
He said somebody do it. I stepped off. So then she don't want to.
So that make you right. What did he say when we first started? Accountability, right?
He did, definition.
You gotta take accountability for
Look, I
what you.
ain't say I was gonna do it, so you want to be accountable.
But why not just do it? He asked one of y'all to do it. All right, Dad, I
She
got
can
you.
do it on my
Why you ain't do it? Okay, it's cool. You ain't want to do it, but for your dad to say, "Damn, y'all, actually, you do the dishes," you just rolled out. He ain't supposed to say nothing as your dad. He gotta.
He just said like that, but why are you yelling? Like, why are you yelling?
You know what's gonna happen one
like,
day.
And then look, this what threw me off. And he started curving on me, like, calling out my name.
Like what? Like what's up to that?
Talking about, yeah, man, you this.
sorry if I was stuck.
I be want to.
Yeah, so how does all this make you feel?
It get me mad, for real.
Right.
Dude, cause I just wish I could do something about it.
Wish you could do something about it.
Yeah.
Like do the dishes.
Bro.
Like do the dishes.
Right,
Do the dishes, man. Try that.
What if you just did
I've
it?
done that though.
Keep on doing it.
And then you can never run with this.
I didn't have to say something.
Right.
Real quick. So I grew up, you know, I told you about my father. So my father was alcoholic. My father was
The way I police, if I caught somebody wrong and I knew him and I could help him without getting my ass fired, I would do that. And that's why I was respected down there for the 3 years I stayed. Because if you was wrong, you was wrong, and but nothing I could do. But I had friends I grew up with getting pulled over, doing shit. They throw my name out. Officer called me. What you gonna do? I said, if you can help them out, help them out. I can't tell you what to do. Now you lucky you know Jamie. Good. So that's how I was. Once I left there, I went over to the narcotics division, which was one of the dangerous assignments I had my whole career. I was every day running around every rough neighborhood in DC for drugs. People selling drugs, guns, search guns, all that stuff. So if y'all can imagine, now I'm 27, 28, something like that. And he's a little older. My daughter's older. I'm not sure if his brother's here yet. But to speak on this mental health, I found myself coming home, bringing that job with me. And it was affecting our relationship the older he got. And here we are now, 2024. We have been through it because I sat in a program just like this with him when he was, how old was you, 15? So imagine I'm this big bad police I'm sitting in the room just like y'all, like they are, while he's sitting in the chairs. And I'm like, what happened? Look, like, you didn't have to get in trouble, I don't understand. And he can speak on what he was going through back then. But for me, as a police officer, I started bringing that job home to him, and I was doing everything in my power to keep him from getting in trouble. And I feel like back in those days, his peers had a stronger grip on him than I did, because it was like, your father, fed, fuck your father, let's go do this dumb shit. And he kept getting in trouble. But the whole time, I'm trying to tell him, you won't get caught. Like, there's no way you won't get caught. Y'all probably thought y'all won't never get caught, didn't y'all? I know everybody says, shit, we good. And then what happened? People come knock on that door.
I think it's a little hard than that.
I just keep thinking about it.
Huh?
It just makes me so mad when I think about it.
You like, damn. I shouldn't even not did this, so I shouldn't have told this person. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, it don't matter the time. When they come get you, they gonna come get you. That pen, that pen is, they gonna write what happened, and then we'll see when we see it. And I was trying to express that to him because I was living it every day. Like, I was actively living it. He would have stuff going on, and I'm coming home searching his room like I'm doing these people on the street and finding court papers, you name it. Whatever he was into, I could find it. And I'm like, what is you don't think I'm gonna find this? Like, I done searched a million houses. So I say all this to say, and we actually have had a public conversation about this, and Mr. Jordan was in that public conversation, and we would talk about that at some point. But as far as my mental health, that job was concerned to me, to where my family, I feel, was affected. And then I did homicide. So I was seeing dead bodies every day. Like he said in the jail, I've seen people guts hanging out, stomach burnt up, shot, kids, women. I've seen it all. And that stuff would never leave my thoughts. Just like I'm sure some of the stuff he's seen would never. So I guess if we could leave y'all with something, man, you know, just think about your decisions, man. Think about, like he said, the people, your moms, your loved ones, siblings. Think about them before you make that one bad decision, because it only take one. He might have got away 100 times, didn't he? Probably did some shit, probably got away about 5, 6 times. Thought it was sweet, right? Shit, that one time, God, you up the way for an hour long. So, but take what y'all can out of this course. Gerald's like an amazing guy. This panel, I just met them two today, but anything we can do to help, man, you know, I'm all for it. We could have been anywhere tonight, but he asked me to swing by, and it's an honor to be here with you guys.
We got Lil Jamie next, and if we could, let me just ask you all. Again, this is a no.
How rough that was back in the day. Nah,
I
straight.
don't remember my grandfather used to really say
Down Greenleaf, down that area, side facts, all that. What's the crew name down there? What's the crew they call it?
Capers,
Y'all heard of
That's
501?
That's way.
Blues first.
Y'all listen to Go-Go? Like,
No, this
y'all straight Maryland for real.
Put it like this. South Capitol Street where the stadium at. Y'all know the Nat Stadium at, where the baseball field at? So that whole area in the 90s was off the chain. It was off the Capers, like she said. Yeah, South Fast, Greenleaf, shit. We had Tom McDonald's down the street. Anyway, they sent me down there, 24 years old. Rookie, go deal with this shit. I did 3 years doing that, riding around in the car, all that. But the difference between what I would want y'all to take from my story, I wasn't being a police to be an asshole, shoot a black man, shoot a white man, shoot nobody. Where I could help these young black men back then, I did. And when you on your beat, as they called it, you gonna know everybody on your beat every day. You see these people every day you at work. You go up around Northwest here and there for emergencies, but your focus gonna be in the Southwest. So at some point, I'm gonna know you, I'm gonna know your mother, I'm gonna know your father, your grandmother. So I don't have to keep on chasing you around there. Sharing this with you, and much respect to you for being home too, bro. I was in DC in the 90s, and back in those days, like I said, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I knew I had to do something. Getting in trouble wasn't an option. And then the fear of my father was like, you gonna have to do something. So back in those days, I had a job with the government, but I was around a lot of old timers who were retired police officers and doing security in these government buildings. And I had to swallow my pride and say, because I ain't fucking with the police. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was like, I ain't doing that shit. And this is back when they were shooting police left and right. Y'all too young to know, but they were. I mean, you know. And I wasn't scared to do it, but I didn't want to do it. But then at some point, when you got a wife and kids, and he was probably months old, I had to do something. And I knew going to jail wasn't an option. I couldn't do that. So I took the test, and DC called. And here I am, 24 years old, in the academy, and they sent me down Southwest. Y'all familiar with Southwest? It's way different now, but down by the wharf and all that, Greenleaf, y'all heard of these areas? I guess where I would come into play, my story would be a lot different from his. I guess if one of y'all could guess what I did for a living all these years, would anybody guess? Any idea?
Any guesses? Auto mechanic, military.
like a job, like a job.
Yeah, like a job. I used to own any private. What you think?
Yes, sir.
I look like I was in the military?
Must be the bone
What you think? Do that with him. They ain't paying us though. What you think?
Police officer.
What you said? So I tell you,
All right, let's get about your business.
I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
If y'all came, because my father stressed this a lot when I was y'all age. If y'all came, get y'all a girlfriend. Ain't no funny. Get
Yeah.
y'all a girlfriend. one girlfriend, real girlfriend, and just stay with her, hold her down, buy her whatever I want, and stay with her, y'all, cause y'all won't get in trouble with y'all girl. I can't do no crime with my girl. It just won't make sense. Like, what I look like getting locked up with my girl. Like, if I'm with her all the time, how am I gonna get in trouble? Like, if y'all keep that mindset, like, move by yourself. Like, I can be the same man with 10 dudes all by myself. Like, for real, y'all better by yourself. Do y'all think by yourself? Get a girlfriend. That's what I encourage. Get a girl. Y'all like girls. If y'all don't, that's cool. I don't know nothing about that. But get y'all a girlfriend. For real. Get y'all a girl. Y'all nice, handsome man, for real. Y'all thought about modeling? I'm a fashion model, so I'm around women. I take pictures all day and look sweet on Instagram. I know y'all know about Instagram. Like, I'm not an old head, so I know what y'all into. Like, for real, like, it's not hard. For real. You don't gotta sell drugs to impress a girl. You don't gotta, like, get y'all a job. Like, I'm making the job look sweet. I'm telling you. Like, for real. Like, how is a guy that I used to know that was selling weed a million miles an hour, he locked up right now, right, on 12 years. He's calling me for money when I couldn't ask him to let me hold nothing when he was hungry. How did that work? But I'm home, I got a job. I got a girl, he in there with ragga men, and I don't know what's happening with him. So, y'all can take one thing from me, man, get a girl, stay out the way, to y'all money. Yeah, for real. That's it. I'm done, Chad.
Hey, Big Herb, so what did you do, man? Successfully turn this thing around. One more point, and we're going to take a quick tour of the music studio.
So for me, like,
I appreciate that. What's your name again?
Yeah, we appreciate the openness, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's a no judgment zone, man.
I think that goes into what your question about mental health. You was dealing with that death, and your mental health was off, and it caused you.
I think a lot of what I've noticed from working with the youth at the DC schools, they move a lot off emotion. You know, a lot of moves that they make, and they would rather later be off emotion. Like you said, your brother just passed away. So you sort of crashed out off emotion, you know, so.
It was not just on my brother, it was my man too.
Yeah, I understand that, but I feel like, I think it's us, young black men, because I ain't too far older than y'all. We don't really got no way to really cope with what we be dealing with. I know a bunch of y'all lost some men, right? So what you do, go pick a J up or get a bottle, and day to day, right? Every day be something new. Try to make it to the next day. So, Jay, I just think, you know, what I've noticed, our main thing with the youth, we don't have no outlets for it. You know, like I know for me and this, they probably could relate. I be going through something. It could be as far as like a bill that I ain't even trying to pay, or like something that's not even that serious. I go pick a J up and go get high just so I don't gotta worry about the shit. But knowing it's not going nowhere.
That's right.
Like when he said my bills, I be trying to hide my bills in the court documents, hiding court letters in the drawer, ignoring it like it's not going nowhere. They'll send a warrant out if you miss court, like stuff like that, like.
Accountability. That's
You
the
know.
magic word.
Yeah, so we got to figure out better ways to cope and deal with stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And I think
absolutely.
one thing as far as like the DC youngins, and I don't know where y'all live at in Maryland, but they're products of their environment. I'm with them, giving them good game, you know, being a mentor for 8 hours of my day, and then for the other 16, they going back outside and go do and hang with whoever, and it's like they forgetting everything I'm saying. So it's like, you could give them all the good, but if they go home and they around it, I mean, you defeated. That's gonna outshine you every time.
Yeah, it's their environment.
The environment. Like we took some kids today to a bowling alley on Kenilworth, Riverdale Road. Some of them never been to a bowling alley. That right there, it was acting like real kids. 15, 16-year-olds acting like real legit kids, you know. So, you know, experiences and what they're introduced to, I think is the main important.
Hey, Miss Savage, Lil Jamie got some good stuff.
He all right.
You all right?
So, from that, get my phone taken, my TV taken. all my fresh shit. Y'all see what I got on right now, right? I've been like this my whole life. So, from in high school when I first got in trouble at 15, most of y'all said I was 15, right? First got in trouble at 15 with the law. 30 seconds from my house. I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. I ain't gonna wrap y'all up too much, because I know how y'all feel. I was in y'all same seats at that same age, and I ain't wanna hear me talking to y'all, so I understand if y'all, man, hurry up. So, I was in the house playing Xbox, Call of Duty, we was online, and 2, 3 of my friends called me, said, we got a vacant house, let's order some curry out and rob the curry out lady. And we ordered like, I think it was like 200 worth of curry out, chicken wings, just went crazy, half and halves, everything, mambo sauce, extra on the side, all that. And somehow when we got, backtrack. I asked my mother, could I go outside? And my mother told me, nah, asked my father. But one time my father gave me the green light to go outside, get locked up. So I go outside, be in the house for about 30 seconds. We done already called the food, and the next thing you know, police is coming behind the delivery driver, because when you call from a vacant house, the carry out people can see that it's a vacant house, so they already knew something ain't right. They sent the police with the delivery driver, so it was a setup. They set us up. Long story short, we got locked up, and it changed my life. So I ended up being in a program called Take Charge, which is similar to this. It was a diversion program for young adults that was headed down the wrong path. And before you got a question?
Y'all still trying, Robert?
We didn't get a chance to. When they came to the door, the police surrounded the house, so we couldn't even do nothing. We tried to run, and they trapped us and locked us all up. But I mean, 30 seconds from my house, so at the end of our corner, there was a police officer. He got the call, he called my father. By the time I was in handcuffs, my father was right there already at the scene. Like embarrassing. And I got this man's whole name. The whole neighborhood knew that's Jamie Tyler's son. When they said it on the radio, they called him right away. How does that work? How does the police lock me up and call my father? Not in school, in the neighborhood. That was like, I couldn't do nothing. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to fit in, I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to smoke, I'm trying to hang out late. And I know I got him at the house, like, you won't dare do none of that. So, get in high school, I'm thinking I'm smarter than him. I'm trying to outsmart him. I'm still trying to spray my cologne, and I'm moving and grooving. My friends getting cars, we able to hang out. We ain't gotta be in around the neighborhood no more. We can ride out somewhere and come back, whenever we do it. And most of my mental health came from trying to trust people in the streets with this. Y'all ever sold weed before? Y'all keep it real. So you know how it is when you dealing with the person you getting it from, and then you try to get it to somebody, and things happen, you get crossed, somebody want to take something from you, that type of thing. You lose people, people get killed behind these drugs that we love. So I think mine came into play where I started losing a lot of people that didn't have the same father and the same type of structure that I had. Meaning, if he was allowing me to hang out late and hang in places that I ain't had no business hanging, I probably wouldn't be here to talk to y'all right now. So, and I'm a little disturbed that you said you ain't want to speak on your father, because I had my father my whole life. I'm 27, and anytime I get a chance to speak about him, I would want to. So, I hope everything work out for you and your pops, because I never knew what it would feel like to not even want to speak on my father or not feel in a comfortable space to do that. So I hope everything work out with you, bro. Hang in there. Any of y'all got a good relationship with y'all mother and father? Y'all mother and father was together? Just single parent? Okay, see, I had both of my parents in my house. It was equally balanced. my big bro said he had to deal with a father that was an alcoholic. I never saw what that looked like. I grew up in the suburbs in PG County, so you know I was sort of spoiled. You know, luckily I ain't really do no hard time. I think the most I ever did was probably 2 weeks. Y'all ever heard of Hickey in Baltimore? Yeah, I did 2 weeks in Hickey, and that was probably the scariest time of my life. I went in there saying that I was from DC, and not knowing that Baltimore don't like DC. That was me still trying to fit in and be somebody that I wasn't until I got of age where it became cool to be from PG County and be from Maryland. So, you know, I got to a point where I was like, I'm from Maryland. But I remember being young and trying to be cool, and I'm from DC. So I go in the juvenile, and I'm from DC. They're like, where you from? Who you know? And I don't know nobody. They was like, nah, he ain't from there. And Baltimore was looking at me funny like, we don't like DC, so you might want to be careful saying that. So a lot of these things just came from just one decision. A minute, 30 seconds, whatever the last lifetime, like Big Brother said. 31 and a half? Over how long you say, a minute? 30 minutes, I'm sorry, a minute a year, like you said. I know a lot of y'all wish y'all could probably go back in time and fix that situation. So y'all probably not right here looking at me talk and hearing Jay talk with him. So I want to ask one of y'all, anybody who said, what's one thing that you would change about that situation so that it had not happened in the first place? Anybody? What's one thing you would change about that whole situation? Anybody want to speak on that
For
situation?
me, I think I'd change listening to my mother, because I'm gonna tell you something. One thing about mothers, when they see that you're with somebody and they get this vibe about them, they be like, no, I don't do nothing. And had I listened and stopped dealing with the dude, right? I'm telling you that it never happened.
So the co-defendant was with the bullshit.
He was the one that, you know, he was like a big brother to me. He was older than me. So, you know, I was just following behind him. And that's how it happened.
Hey, anybody on Jamie's questions? Hey, Jamie, good stuff.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Anybody got something they would have not done to be here right here today?
We need to go down the road on this.
What I was saying, y'all kids, I don't want to know y'all information.
Yeah, absolutely.
What y'all did different? Would you have not hopped in that
Let me ask y'all that, was it his same as his scenario, where your man got you caught up in, he's gonna pull a move, so all y'all was with the bullshit?
It was y'all out there.
It's a bad decision.
Was it trying to fit in? I'm trying to be.
Or was y'all trying to was it over for money? A lot of evil be from money. Like, was y'all chasing money? What was yours?
Mine was that my little brother passed away, so I was down in trouble, so
Okay.
me and my man,
No, did you have a clear mind? Drugs?
I was just being,
Okay.
drinking stuff like that first,
Okay.
no pills, no nothing.
Okay.
So, after they passed away, my man we was just tripping, so we stay at where I used to live at, and stuff like that. Carjack out there. So police already knew I'm mother and stuff like that. Because every time we used to, as young niggas and stuff like that, we used to stay in the 7-Eleven. You know, police would take us to our house, because you couldn't get locked up and stuff like that. And that's when we was young. So they take us to our house, tell them to do it again, stuff like that. So we had the same officer, told my mother, stuff like that. First I was on the run, not trying to turn myself in, so that's what it was. It was for guns and all stuff like that, all the time. So I ain't want them around my house. But I ran my house first time, guns and stuff like that. Been down, posting guns on social media and stuff like that, as young niggas. So I just went to school one day. Principal said come to the office. Said I had one for armed carjacking, and I knew what it was. So he said, try this dog, I gotta go to Amaro. Was up there for like 3 months. Metro, and I just came home myself. And trying to move on a different path to go the positive way. And that truck got was that shit.
You know what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
What's that word that he said, spoke about earlier?
Nah,
Start with an A.
Accountability.
It's the first step and keep moving forward. Anybody else? I seen somebody else hand.
I definitely want to hear you.
But hold on, wait, before I continue. Was it worth it?
For real, it was not like that. We straight bagged the nigga, like took his car. We knew the nigga, so damn. So for real, we took the nigga. My man called him, told him come in, begging for a pound.